Hello, this is Art Rochus, bringing you another Art Rochus view of the world's beauty spots. Across Bass Strait, a mere hour's flying time from the mainland, lies Tasmania's picturesque north. The steps hit the tarmac and our holiday couple step out into the sunshine and fresh sea air at the gateway to Tasmania's top end, Launceston. The tourist will find many fun-filled days, and the amateur photographer will find many happy memories to take home and relive. Behind them is the hustle-bustle of today's hurly-burly modern cities. In front of them is the holiday island, where they'll find the door wide open and a warm welcome waiting. Taking charge of their hire car, our holiday makers get off on a good start to their voyage of discovery with a great sense of anticipation. On a providential verge of the road, the Freelands Lookout on Bald Hill provides an essential tourist amenity, a view, a place from which to survey the panorama of Launceston, nestling in its lush rural surrounds, and contemplate the prospects of the holiday to come. Foliage of the oak and elm tree dispersing the sun's rays to form myriad designs across the lawns. Launceston, a city of parks and gardens. For this city is indeed bejewelled with these green havens, far from the worries of suburban life. The John Hart Conservatory in City Park abounds with a spectacular display of floral beauty. But, beautiful as the blooms are, not all of Launceston's charms are contained in flower pots. In another section of City Park, a visitor is in for a surprise. Yes, one could easily pass many hours intently studying the antics of these fascinating, quaint little creatures from far-off, exotic lands. And so we say farewell to City Park and pass on to one of Launceston's unique beauty spots, the Cataract Gorge. Hewn from solid rock during the Ice Age, the gorge presents an impressive array of scenery. The gorge also boasts beautiful gardens, complete with peacocks. There are bushwalks, a suspension bridge, and the visitor can experience the excitement of riding the world's longest single-span chairlift. Oops, dear me, someone has got their seasons mixed. Who would think, when looking at the elegant decor of Rosie's Bar, that this was once the gymnasium of the Launceston Boys Grammar School? And if you're wondering why the paintings are a little risque and the pretty waitresses' charming Victorian gowns a little revealing, perhaps you'll understand when we tell you that in Victorian days, Rosie was a Launceston character, rumoured to have a slightly shady reputation. But it's all in good fun, and what better way to relax, unwind and meet new friends. So, after a night of wine, good food, song and laughter, our happy travellers return to their luxurious motel for that final nightcap and well-earned night's rest. Launceston, city of the malls. The city boasts two of the most aesthetically attractive pedestrian malls in the heart of its retail area, where the experienced movie maker will find much activity to capture with the highly polished style of his movie lens. Such magic moments from a holiday will capture memories and delight audiences of friends and neighbours back home. Built entirely of Tasmanian blackwood way back in 1860, today the old umbrella shop is maintained by the National Trust and stands in its original condition. It's a lovely day for a picnic, so our happy holiday makers head out along the Bass Highway to the west of Launceston, where the rich countryside is redolent of the rolling hills of England. And what a gourmet picnic this is going to be. Our travellers have decided to treat themselves to a selection of Tasmanian delicacies: smoked chicken, smoked scallops, smoked eel pate. They are fresh too. Around here they keep some very large house pets. Between here and the deep blue sea at the Tasmanian Wildlife Park at Chudleigh, you'll see a variety of indigenous and local species. What a location for a picnic. We all know this cuddly creature's favourite diet, but it seems that today he's decided to try something with a little more class. Unfortunately, our happy holiday friends didn't notice that the picnic facilities are outside the gates of the free-range area. However, they were very happy to find that the park does feature a kiosk. But now we leave our furry friends to pause for a while and visually explore the panoramic vista where once these animals roamed free. And still do. Yes, the rugged rocky ranges, known as the Western Tiers of Tasmania's Great Central Highlands, do indeed provide a lavish banquet for the eyes. The waters of Bass Strait surge and sparkle and laughingly toss a garland of spray at the sturdy feet of lofty Mersey Bluff. And who was the Aboriginal artist who, back through the dim mists of history, left his mark at Mersey Bluff in the form of crude rock carvings, which still remain creatively on the face of the rocks to fascinate and confound the modern traveller? Could they have guessed, as they sat and gazed out over the constant ebb and flow of the turquoise waters of Bass Strait, that one day the proud Empress of Australia would regularly dock nearby? We'll never know. Here on the coast, a banquet of shellfish was often partaken by proud Aborigines who once indigenously roamed these shores. Modern-day visitors to Mersey Bluff will find a friendly smile and helpful information at the Tiagara Tourist Information Centre. But let's leave the surface of this beautiful land to journey deep into the Earth's rocky crust and explore two vast underground caverns. The Poatina Underground Power Station is a tribute to man's endeavour, ingenuity and engineering skills as he ever reaches for new horizons to face the challenge of tomorrow. These huge machines, 500 feet below the Earth's surface, are responsible for generating light and power for Tasmanian industry. By contrast, this is Mole Creek Natural Limestone Caves. At night, this magnificent natural cavern glints and glimmers with the eerie blue glow of the luminescent tips of thousands of glowworms. Its meandering pathways wander past stalagmites and stalactites which have been patiently formed by centuries of drips. As the sunlight sparkles and plays across the water, our wandering friends decide to try another very novel luncheon venue. A float on the River Tamar, aboard the Goondooloo, which travels from Launceston right up to its mouth at the Bass Strait. And what better vantage point for our travellers to make amusing jests about Batman and Robin as they admire the splendidly hung Batman Bridge. Spanning the northern reaches of the Tamar River, the bridge connects the west and east Tamar regions. And so, their camera loaded with film, our happy holiday makers decide to explore the beautiful countryside east of Launceston. Lush rural farmlands stretch over gently rolling plains in a checkerboard pattern of vibrant agricultural colours. Yes, here in the countryside surrounding Scottsdale, the traveller can pause a while and feel his heart soar as he stares out over the ever-unfolding vistas. On their way back to Launceston, our travellers decide to divert to the tallest mountain in Tasmania's northern region, Ben Lomond. The drive is spectacular, and though it is hard to believe in the summer sunshine, in winter Ben Lomond is cloaked in snow. Our friends will have to come back in winter if they wish to take advantage of the snow skiing facilities. But still, their happy holiday larking will provide their friends with a chuckle when they get back home. And no excursion into northern Tasmania's historic past would be complete without a visit to the timeless playground of Launceston's penny-royal world. This magnificent complex consists of buildings constructed in the style of the early 19th century. They include a watermill, windmill, corn mill, farmhouse and gunpowder mills, all in working condition. You can even take a boat voyage. Yes, this certainly is a marvellous attraction for both young and old, and the enthusiastic photographer will find material aplenty to capture with his lens. In fact, he may find there is so much material to excite his camera that he won't know where to start. The whole atmosphere of this beautiful landscape breathes history, the indefinable scent of the great things of the past. Each turn of the wheel will bring you closer to a link with the last century and the century before that. But all too soon our travellers find their happy holiday is over. Now comes the time to say goodbye to the fresh green hills and rolling pastures, to the lazy sunlit beaches and sparkling blue sea, to the cool green solitudes where you can pause and listen to the symphony of the bushland, to the wind-blown streets of the old hilly historical townships, to the tranquil streams where green willows bend to touch their own reflections, and the swallows and dragonflies play among the reeds. And to friendly cosmopolitan Launceston, where the rhythm of the city plays a gentle song and the suburbs stretch away up the surrounding hillsides in a fantasy of colour. Their luggage laden with treasured souvenirs and their hearts laden with fond, golden memories, our holiday makers must head home. And as the engines of their waiting jet cough into life, they turn for one last lingering look, vowing that soon they will return to northern Tasmania's photographic wonderland. And so, until the next time we meet, this is Art Rochus, looking forward to being with you again for our next Art Rochus film. Was that okay?
Yeah, that was fun.
You don't think it was a little underplayed?
Oh, no, excellent.
We could go for another one.
No, excellent job, excellent.
Thank you. Glad you liked it.
Very adjective.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I was a bit proud of the garden spray.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, the canners. Oh,